But some people forget just how good, well, not some, but yeah, probably some people forget just how good the Golden State Warriors were or are. And my question is, can they dominate the Western Conference again? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, where we give you your first perspective on things and how we see them. Now, before I get into that, I want to give you guys some perspective and some history. The Golden State Warriors have dominated the NBA for the past probably 5 or 6 years. It's not without a doubt. They've won 3 out of the last 5 championships. They won the championship in 2015, 2017, and 2018. Obviously, the back-to-back championship when they had Kevin Durant, who won Finals MVP back-to-back, and undoubtedly, the best player on that team. No one can argue that at all. If you watch the games and you know what basketball is, no one is going to make an argument that KD was not the best the best player on the Golden State Warriors, and it wasn't even close. As they say, there are levels to this. You saw when they were the Golden State Warriors, I believe it was last season in the playoffs, when they were playing against the Clippers, a gritty Clippers team, and Pat Beverly and these guys were chirping back and forth with KD. And in one game, Kevin Durant just decided, you know what, man, I'm about to put my goon down on these dudes, and that's exactly what he did. He put his goon down on the Clippers and dropped 50. And at the end of that, he was just like, KD was like, I'm tired of these dudes, these flies or whatever you want to call it. And at the end of the game, the press conference, they were like, we did everything. KD undoubtedly, was the reason they went back to back, without a doubt. Now the Warriors have been in the NBA Finals since 2015 all the way to 2019, excluding this last season when they were injured. Think about that. So they have dominated basketball. And now these guys are going to be coming back this season with a vengeance. People are going to be asking the question, where are the Golden State Warriors in all of this Western Conference talk, right? And the Western Conference is loaded. You got the Lakers, you got the Clippers, you got the Denver Nuggets, who are rising, you got the Rockets, you got the Dallas Mavericks, and you got the Utah Jazz. But in all of that, no one has been talking about the Golden State Warriors. What about the Warriors? And the reason why these guys are going to be a really big threat is because of these two players in the Splash Brothers, and Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. So let me just give you guys a quick rundown of Stephen Curry here. Now, last season, he had a down season, right? Because he didn't play that many games. He only played 5 games last season. But the season before, Stephen Curry averaged 27 points a game, shot 47% from the field, 43.7%, almost 44% from the three-point line, 91.6% so 92% from the free throw line, got you 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.3 steals. That's Stephen Curry, y'all. That's Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry's no joke. Like, let's just be honest about it. The guy's a 3-time NBA champion, 2 times regular season MVP winner, 6-time All-Star. He's been on 6 All-NBA teams, led the league in scoring in 2016, led the league in steals as well in 2016. A part of it, as I said before, in the 50, 40, 90 club, shooting over 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and over 90% from the free throw line. He's done that before. Won the three-point contest and all of that. Has the most three-pointers in the history of basketball. That's Stephen Curry. And this dude is going to be healthy again coming back. And watch out for him. And he's still young. He's only 32 years old. And then you got his running mate and Klay Thompson, who played last season. What they said, he 2018-2019 season. Okay, the guy played in the 2018-2019 season, he played 78 games, averaged 21.5 points a game, shot again 46.7% from the field. And this guy's mostly taking 3-pointers. He shot 40% from the 3, but he's attempting 7.7, making 3.1. So the majority of his shots, or a good amount of his points, are coming from the 3-point line, right? 9 points per game are coming from the 3-point line from this guy. He shot 81% from 82, almost 82% from the free throw line. Got you 3.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.1 steals a game, right? And now with the departure of Kevin Durant, I expect his offensive scoring numbers to go up. And remember, Klay Thompson is the dude that has the highest scoring quarter in the history of the NBA with 37 points in a quarter. Now, that accomplishment, I think, at times gets overblown because of who he's playing with. You got to think, you're playing on the court with Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant. No one can double team you, number one. Number two, think about the amount of spacing that it provides you to shoot. So with that much space, you can shoot because no one is coming to double you. And with his quick release, there's nothing you can do to him. So if he gets hot, it's conceivable that the guy can score 37 points in a quarter, which he did. Now, Klay Thompson is a 3-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star. He's been on 2 All-NBA teams, also been on a defensive team, All-NBA second defensive team in 2019, also 3-point contest winner. And these guys are going to be the major reason why the Golden State Warriors are going to be very, very, very dangerous this season in the Western Conference. Now, let me say this. The Western Conference got better. It wasn't as if teams in the Western Conference were sitting there on their laurels, okay, let's wait for the Golden State Warriors to come back, and then we'll start taking things seriously. The Western Conference has gotten better, right? Much better, in fact. When the Warriors were going through their run, the real threat that they had, let's say, is the Houston Rockets, probably, or in the San Antonio Spurs when Kawhi and these guys were there. But other than that, now the Lakers got better. They're the defending champions. They're going to want to come back and prove a point and try to repeat. The Clippers are going to come back after wetting the bed the way they did last season. They're going to come back with a vengeance and have a lot to prove this season. They're going to be on a mission again. Kawhi Leonard and these guys are going to be focused. So they're going to be good. I think they had the number 2 record in the NBA last season. They're not going anywhere. Then you have the Denver Nuggets, who surprised a lot of people, and they're usually in the top 4, top 5 seeds in the Western Conference. So they're going to be there. The Houston Rockets, I don't know what's happening with the Houston Rockets, although they have a new coach and is yet to see Paul Silas' son, who's a former coach of LeBron James, first coach of LeBron James. He's going to be coaching the Houston Rockets. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys are going to do this season, given the fact that they're going to have a new coach and all of this. But still, the Houston Rockets still have a very talented core. They still have 2 regular season MVPs on their team. They still have the reigning scoring champion in the league. They still have Russell Westbrook, the most athletic probably point guard in the history of the NBA, and a guy that's led the league in triple doubles for 3 straight years or so. They still have these guys. They still going to feel like they have something to prove, especially Russell Westbrook. So they're not just going to roll over. You have the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic, who a lot of people are expecting to take another leap this season, who are expecting the Dallas Mavericks to get even better this season. You have Kristaps Porzingis. You have these guys there. They're not just going to be sitting there, on the sidelines watching the show. They're going to want to have a piece of the action this season. They finished as the number 7 seed last season. They may be aiming for a top 4 seed this season. And of course, you have the Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell and these guys. And the Nuggets, as I said before, they're going to get better. Jamal Murray is going to get better. Nikola Jokic is going to get better. So the Western Conference is going to be packed. So the Golden State Warriors, can they dominate the West? I don't know. And I think it's going to be one of the most intriguing questions all throughout this season to see if they can capture that glory again, because Stephen A. Smith went on ESPN and said, I expect the Golden State Warriors to dominate and go to the Western Conference Finals. Okay, can they do it? Absolutely. Will they? I don't know. Because there's so many other good teams out there. There are other players out there that are better than Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. Let's just be honest. LeBron and these guys are better. AD is better than Klay. Kawhi is better than Steph and Klay. Right? So there are a lot of great players out there. So for me, I think it's going to be a wait and see game. Now, do they have a shot to do it? Absolutely. With the Splash Brothers, the core that they have with Draymond Green and all of these guys. But just don't think that the Western Conference, these guys are just going to, the other teams that I just mentioned are going to be sitting on the side waiting to roll over and say, hey, man, listen, man, let's just give it up. The Warriors are back. Let's get the hell out of the way. Y'all crazy. These guys are going to be hungry too. And as I said, a lot of teams have written off the Clippers. Don't write off the Clippers just yet. If they come with the right mindset and the right focus, and Tyronn Lue gets them mentally focused and stops a lot of the bad habits that we were hearing happen last season. Watch out for the Clippers too. I'm saying it right now. Right? Last season, all of us picked them to win the chip. Ain't nothing changed yet. I'm not changing my mind yet because I still think they're the best team in the West. But we'll wait and see. That's just my opinion. So the question is, can the Golden State Warriors dominate the Western Conference? That's really the question I'm throwing to you guys. What do you think? Do you think they can make it to the top of the Western Conference? What do you got? Do you think they're going to be a top 4 seed? Do you think that, do you think they're going to go back to the finals? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from the Dreamerspro Show. Wishing you guys an amazing day. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.